Hi everybody, it's Crystal. Now today I'm going to show you how to make this throw blanket here. It's made with the basket weave stitch, if you see that. Now I would consider this an intermediate stitch. You need to know how to do front post and back post stitches. But if you're familiar with those, I think that you'll be able to do this just fine. Now the measurement of my throw is approximately 45 inches wide and 52 inches long, and of course you can make yours as big as you'd like or smaller if you'd like, but that's what it kind of looks like. It's actually a really pretty stitch. I think it's this yarn I use is super nice, it's real soft. But let's go ahead and get started on this. Okay, for this project I used Caron latte cakes. Now these are 58 acrylic, 42 nylon. If you're not familiar with them, they're really soft and fuzzy. If you see the fuzzy on them and you think maybe, ooh, that's going to be hard to crochet with, it's going to get knotted up, it's not. It's very easy to crochet with. It's silky soft. It is a bulky number 5. And there are 530 yards per cake. I went through almost 6 cakes. So you're going to need close, right around, maybe just a tad more, of 3,000 yards of a bulky 5 yarn to crochet at the size that I did. If you're going to make it bigger, you're going to need more. Now this can be made in a 4-weight yarn, of course. You will just need to adjust the number of chains to fit your size. I don't know how much yarn you'll need in a 4-weight, but you know, it can be done. It's going to look the same. It is, if you follow my pattern, it'll be smaller, but you can adjust the chain length and make it bigger if you want. But I used almost 6 of these cakes, almost 3,000 yards of bulky number 5. Now the color, this is not the color I used. The color I used was called Claret. And then I'm going to be using a size J, which is a 6mm crochet hook. Okay, this blanket is done with the basket weave stitch. Now, a basket weave stitch can be done many different ways. So I'm going to show you, there's no right or wrong way. I'm just going to show you the way I do it. So the basket weave is done in a multiple of 8. If you want to follow along with me, you want to start out with a chain of 168. So once you get your chain of 168 done, what you want to do is go ahead and do a double crochet in the 4th stitch from the hook. Like that. And then we're going to do 1 double crochet in every stitch for the length of the chain. Just like this. So row 1 is 1 double in every stitch until you get to the end of the row. Alright, once you make it to the end of row 1, you should have a total of 166 stitches, and that's counting this chain here on the end. It does count as a stitch, so counting him, you'll have a total of 166. That'll end row 1. Now I'm showing you on a smaller scale. You'll have a much longer one than me. Okay, now we're going to start row 2 and chain 1 and turn. Now row 2 starts the repeat for the whole pattern. It's a repeat of 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's a 4-row repeat. So row 2, we chained 1 and turn. Now we're going to put a double crochet right here in this very first stitch. Just like that. Now we're going to start the repeat of the row. And we're going to put a front post double crochet into the next 4 stitches. So we're going to yarn over and we're going to do front post double crochet in the next 4. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 4 front post double crochets in a row. Now we're going to do a back post double crochet into the next 4 stitches. So back post double into the next 4. Now I know this yarn's hard to see, but I wanted to work with it to show you how easy it is to work with. There we go. So we did 4 front post double crochet and 4 back post double crochet. Now we're going to repeat that pattern until we get to the last 5 stitches. So we'll do front post double crochet into the next 4 again. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we'll do a back post double crochet into the next 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we're just going to repeat that pattern until we get to the last 5 stitches. 4 front post double crochet, and then 4 back post double crochet. 4 front post double crochet and 4 back post double crochet. Alright, I finished 4 back post double crochet. I have 5 stitches left. So I'm going to go ahead and do front post double crochet into the next 4. And then in the last stitch, I'm going to put a double crochet into the last stitch, just a regular double crochet. And that'll end row 2, and you still should have 166 stitches. You'll always have 166. So it's kind of even on both ends, as you can see. We started with front post here, and we ended with front post. And then 1 double crochet on each end. So now we're going to start row 3 by chaining 1 and turning our work. We will put 1 double crochet right there into the very first stitch. And now we're going to do the same thing, but just kind of opposite. Now we're going to start by putting 4 back post double crochets. So a back post double crochet into the next 4 stitches, back post. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And now we're going to put 4 front post double crochet into the next 4 stitches. What we're doing is we're keeping these posts lined up for these 2 rows here. Now we're going to do 4 back post double crochet. So 1 back post into the next 4 stitches. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then 4 front post double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to repeat that pattern 4 back post double crochet, 4 front post double crochet, 4 back post, 4 front post, all the way until you get to your last 5 stitches again. Alright, I just did 4 front post double crochets. I have 5 stitches that remain. I want to go ahead and do a back post double crochet into the next 4. There's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then we're going to go ahead and double crochet into the top of the last stitch, that last double crochet. That'll end row 3, and you'll still have 166 stitches. Alright, so now we're going to start row 4, and we are going to chain 1 and turn our work. So row 4 is actually just a repeat of row 3. So what we're going to do now is start out by putting a double crochet into the very first stitch. And now we're going to put 4 back post double crochets, 1 in each of the first 4 stitches, back posts. So we're going around like that. And now it's 4 front post double crochet. So we're doing opposite what we did now. Now our posts are not lining up. That's what creates the basket weave stitch. 2 post rows line up, and then the next 2 do not. So now it's 4 front post double crochets. And then 4 back post double crochets. Four front post double crochets. And then we just keep repeating this pattern until we get to our last 5 stitches. So 4 back post double crochets, 4 front post double crochets, 4 back post, 4 front post, all the way until we get to our last 5 stitches. Alright, I just finished doing my 4 front post double crochets there. Now I got 5 stitches left. I'm going to do 4 back post double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to go ahead and end with a double crochet into the top of the last stitch, and you'll have 166 stitches still at the end of row 4. Row 5 is the last of the repeat row. We're going to chain 1 and turn, and we are going to put a double crochet into the very first stitch, and then we're going to put a front post double crochet into the first 4 stitches. Front post double. There's 1, 2, 3, and there's 4, and then we're going to do a back post double crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then we repeat it again. Front post double crochet into the next 4 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back post double crochet into the next 4 stitches. And that's what we're going to repeat all the way across until we get to our last 5 stitches. Is front post double crochet into the next 4 and then back post double crochet. Front post double crochet into the next 4 and back post double crochet into the next 4. All the way until you get to your last 5 stitches. Okay, I just did 4 back post double crochet. I have 5 stitches left. I'm going to go ahead and do front post double crochet into the next 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and double crochet into that last stitch there on the end. That'll end row 5, and you should still have a total of 166 stitches. And that is the repeat. That's the basket weave stitch. You can see it's always the same on both ends there. And it's the same on both sides, no matter which way you look at it. I think it's super cool. And it's just a repeat now of rows 2 and 3. And if you know how to do the post stitches, really, I mean, if they come easy to you, this pattern should be simple. It is a bit time consuming, but it's a very easy pattern. So for row 6, we're just going to repeat what we did on row 2, which is where we chain 1 and turn, double crochet into the very first stitch, and then we're going to put front post double crochet into the first 4 stitches. And then back post double crochet into the next 4. And we just repeat that. And we just keep repeating rows 2, 3, 4, and 5. Very easy repeat rows as long as you know how to do post stitches. You'll always have 166 stitches, if you're following along with me, at the end of every row. Okay, now I did a total, I did it till I reached about 52 inches or so, and it was around 115 rows. You can do more or less, it's completely up to you, but once you get it as long as you want it to be, I just went ahead and just tied off, and then I'm going to hide this tail. I didn't do anything special. If you want to go around it with single crochet, you can. Using this yarn, I see no need in it. It's pretty forgiving if you make mistakes. So going around the edges, it's probably not going to be that, you know, you're not going to really notice that it's edged or not. So, but that's it. Remember, you make this as big as you want. But I did about 115 rows, which made it about 52 inches or so. But I think it's really pretty. I like it. And I hope you guys enjoyed my tutorial. I hope using that yarn, I hope you're able to see okay. But like I said, it's an intermediate stitch. And if you understood the post stitches, you probably could understand what I was doing pretty well. I just wanted to show everybody how easy the latte cakes are to work with. Because I've had a lot of people tell me that they don't want to use them because they think they're hard. But they're not. They're just like, they go through your hook like silk. I mean the yarn's super soft. And it doesn't really tangle or anything. I haven't really had no problem with it shedding either myself. I haven't, but that's it. That's my tutorial. I hope you are able to follow along okay. If you make this, I would really, really love to see a picture of it. You can post a picture on my Bagoday Crochet Facebook page. I'll put a link to that below in the description box. Also, you can come give me a follow on Instagram, or I post stuff, you know, that I don't post on Facebook and stuff. So I'll be glad to have you there. Also, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my videos. And also, if you look over on the right hand side of the screen, I'll put some more blankets that I did, baby blankets and whatnot. I don't do too many big blankets, but if you want to look at them, maybe you'll find something else that you like. But that's it. Thanks everybody for watching. Have a good day.